Hello year one, I hope you all had a good weekend. Um, this week in our maths lesson we are going to look at positions. Last week we looked at positions. We're going to consolidate this week and learn some more new words. Right, now look at our words for this week. It's above, below, top, middle and bottom. We're going to use last week's words as well, right and left. Okay, so we'll try to use those words as well this week. Okay. Right, let me introduce some of my characters to you this lesson. And all my characters are sitting on the, there you go, are sitting on the shelf. Okay, so I put them on the shelf. These are my characters. I've got 6 of them there. They all are sitting on the shelf. Okay, right, now that's Donald. That's the cadet, that's a pink dress girl, and we'll call him officer, blue jumpered girl, and we'll call him a security guard. Okay, so we've got 6 characters in this lesson. Now we are going to understand where these characters are positioned in the cupboard. Okay, they are sitting on the cupboard shelves. So that is my top shelf, I've got my middle shelf, and I've got my bottom shelf. Okay, so as you can see, my top shelf is empty. I've left it empty so that I can move my characters up and down. So that's my top shelf, that's middle, and that's bottom. So that's one of our keywords, top, middle, and bottom. And we also looked at words like above and below. Now you're going to do a lot of thinking when I ask you these questions. Now look at these characters. Cadet is in the top row. Am I right or wrong? Is cadet in the top row? Have a little think. Is cadet in the top row? So that's my cadet. Is he in the top row? No, he's not. He is in the middle row. So if he is in the top row, he should be there. Okay? So he's not in the top row, he's in the middle row. So I'll put him back in the middle row. But officer is below the cadet. So where is the officer? This officer is below the cadet. Have a little look and tell me where the officer is. The officer is this guy over here. Is he below the cadet? No. Below the cadet is the blue jumpered girl. Okay, so that's my cadet, and below him is the blue jumpered girl. Okay, so the officer is in the bottom shelf, but he's below the Donald. Okay, right. Let's look at the security. The security man is above Donald. So we've got the Donald Duck. Is he above the Donald Duck? Where's the security? Is he above the Donald? No, he is below. He's in the bottom shelf. So if he has to bow, where would he go? Where do you think he would go? Just point in the video where he would go. Right, he would be here, wouldn't he? That is above. So I've placed him above Donald there. So he's above now Donald. Okay, now pink dress girl is right to the cadet. Is she right to the cadet? Where's she right? Where would right be? Right and left. No, she is left to the cadet. Okay? Right. Blue jumpered girl is in the middle of the bottom row. Am I right? Blue jumpered girl is in the middle of the bottom row. So let's rephrase the vocabulary. Top, middle, and bottom row. Okay? So this is the bottom row. So I said blue jumpered girl is in the middle in the bottom row. So I got the bottom row right. Is she in the middle? She is in the middle. So if I place the officer back, she will still be in the middle. Okay? Right, now let's move some of the characters around the cupboard. I want my officer to be above the pink dressed girl. So that's my officer. I want him to be above the pink dressed girl. Where do you think she's going to go? Above the pink dressed girl? So he's going to move over there. There you go, just about there. So I've moved in there. Brilliant. Okay, I want the security guard to be on the left of the blue jumpered girl. So the security guard, I want him to be left of the blue jumpered girl. So where is she now? Where is he now? He's on the right. So if he has to move to the left, where do you think he would go? He'd go to this side where the officer was. There you go. I moved in there. I want Donald to be in the bottom row. So how am I going to move Donald to the bottom row? So I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to place him there. because that's the only space I have in the bottom row. So I moved him to the bottom row. I want the blue jumpered girl to be in the middle row. So let me move the blue jumpered girl to the middle row. So she is there, she is in the bottom row. I'm going to move her to the middle row. So literally swapping with Stonehart. I want the cadet to be in the top row, top shelf. So top shelf would be here, top shelf. So I moved him to the top shelf. I want the pink dress girl to be in the bottom row, in the middle of the bottom row. So this is my bottom row. The middle will be between these two characters. So that's the bottom row. The middle would be here. So let's move the pink dress girl to the middle of the bottom row. Right? Okay. So look at that. Now my characters have all been moved around. Okay, so this is one of the activities that you could do at home with your parents or with your siblings. Okay, all you have to do is just draw a shelf like that, and whatever toys you have, place them on the shelf, and then use the vocabulary above, middle, left, right, and move your characters around just to learn. Now, applying this knowledge, we're going to look at some word problems. Okay, so we learned these words: above, middle, below, top. So we are going to use some we're going to do some word problems. Okay, let's look at our first word problem. Look at this one. We've got 6 characters here: Jibril, Danny, Tom, Mel, Faiza, and Zayon. So we've got 6 characters. Now let's see whether the questions are true or false, that is right or wrong. Okay, so look at the first one. First question. Danny is above Faiza. So Danny is here. So the question says Danny is above Faiza. Is he above Faiza? Faiza is here. So if someone is on top of that person, is he above? Is that right? True or false? It is true. Danny is above Faiza. So it is true. So Danny is on the top shelf. He's standing on the top shelf, isn't he? So remember the top shelf? So he's above Faiza. So that is true. All the girls are on top. Now let's have a look. Jibril is a boy, Danny is a boy, Tom is a boy. Mel, Faiza, and Zayn are girls. Are all the girls on the top? No, it's false. All the girls are in the bottom row. So that's going to be false, because all the girls are in the bottom row. Below Mel is Jibril. Mel is here and Jibril is here. Now it says the word here is below. Now have a look at the word below. So below Mel. So below Mel would be which part? It would be at the bottom here. Below and bottom are similar words. Okay? Mel, bottom is here. Below Mel is Jibril. Jibril is not here. Jibril is on top. So Jibril is actually above Mel. He's not below Mel. So that would be false as well. Okay? So you will be solving problems like this in your worksheet for this week. Now let's look at the next one. Okay, it says draw a line from the car to the box. It should be in using the glue. The car is in the top row in the middle box. Okay, the car, I have to draw a line and place the car in the top row in the middle box. Now let's rephrase it. This is the bottom row, so that is the middle row, and that is the top row. So I worked out where my top row is. So top row, I know where my top row is. That's my top row. And it should be in the middle. So which one would be the middle? That one? That would be the left. That would be the right. And this would be the middle. So the car should be here. So let me draw a line using a ruler to the middle. There you go. This is where the car should be. Okay? So this is where the car should be. Okay. Let's look at the next one, the last one. Explain who is correct. Okay, so we've got different shapes. We've got a rectangle, a square, a circle, star, triangle, and a heart shape. The star is below the square. Maria says the star is below the square, and her friend Nico says the star is above the square. So these two children are looking at the star and they are working out where the star is. So according to Maria says the star is below the square, whereas the star is above the square, Nico says. So let's look at the star. The star is there. So the star is below the square. Okay? So is the star below the square? The square is there. Okay, that's in the top row, that's the middle. The star is above the square. Okay, have a little think. Where do you think the star is? The star is below the square. Look at that. The star is here and the square is here. So it is below the square. So who is correct? Maria is correct. If you look at the star is above the square is here. It's not above. Above is this point. So the star is not there. The star is below the square. So here Maria is correct. Okay. Now I hope this video was useful trying to understand those keywords that we learned. Above, below, top, middle, bottom. I'll add on right and left as well. So you can use those words from last week. Okay. So use these words in your maths lessons and try to understand them. I hope this video was useful. Okay, and I hope you are able to complete all the work that's set for you in your maths lesson. Thank you.